In this e-learning part 2, our patient passed away in ICU, and we are in a dilemma to tell the patient's wife the truth. So these are the 7 steps of the ethical dilemma process. Now let's talk about the dilemma first. Do we tell Madam Lu the truth that the husband has passed away, or do we not tell? So if we tell Madam Lu, she will eventually find out. So we should tell her. And also it allows our patient Madam Lu to have a chance opportunities to have quality time with her husband for the last time. As a staff nurse, we need to be truthful. We need to have veracity to tell the truth about the patient's conditions. And her husband is her loved one, which is very dear to her, and she should have the right to know about. But if we do not tell her, these are the reason that we do not tell her, because by telling about death, it might not be right. Will she be able to take the news? And it will cause post-traumatic stress disorder. And emotionally, Madam Lu may not be the right condition or right state to receive the news that her loved one has just passed away. And as healthcare professionals, we also want to protect Madam Lu from emotional distress. So it could be in the interest of in the best interest of our. Now we need to collect data to study further. So these are the data that we've collected. So with the data that we collected, we can tell Madam Lu about the death of her husband. And one of the way is through good communication, being honest with empathetic feeling. It actually will help to foster trust, and also we are respecting our patient by telling her the truth. And the data also shows that 94% of our patients say they want to know anything that's relating to the condition, even it is a bad news. So we should be committed, having a virtue of fatality and veracity, and to tell the truth to our patient. So what are the ethical principles involved if we would want to tell the truth? We are respecting our patient, and there is also integrity involved, veracity, legality, and normal. So if we do not tell our patient, are we acting on paternalism, thinking that this is her best interest, holding the truth from? And the solution that we have decided will be to tell the family, to inform Madam Lu about the truth because they know her better, discuss with the family members, and help them to tell the patients about the news. And nurses, we have to assess our patient's condition daily, especially in terms of emotional status. If we need to, we can even have the psychiatrist or psychologist to come in to help to support her. A counselor will be great, and also to have a support group to talk to the patient, especially patients who have went through the same situation as her. that will help her a lot to go through her grief process. And discuss with the family members to inform them. And lastly, we choose to have the bereavement support, which is to have a support group. So how do we break the news? It's very important. And we have a support group to help the patients in terms of emotionally, spiritual, financially. We can ask the family members to help in because now she's living alone now. So the family needs to help her in terms of her daily needs. And social support can be visiting her, refer her to a home nursing foundation where they can visit her to see how she is, or to let her stay with the family members. So how do we how do we provide support to the patient? We must give her immediate support on this during the period. So the evaluation of solution is the ethical principle of telling the truth, respect, our commitment to our patient care, integrity are not breached. So we should tell our patient the truth about the passing on of her husband. At the same time, by choosing this solution, we have respecting our patient's autonomy because she has a right to know it's a loved one that passed on. And with this, we will be able to gain trust with the patient because we are not hiding anything from her. We are committed to fidelity and veracity. And how does it apply to our Singapore Nursing Board of Ethics, Code of Ethics? Value Statement 2 and 5, 7 do apply. Value Statement 2 stated to respect and to promote our client autonomy. So we'll give them the information, and there, by telling her that the husband had passed away, and we help them by giving them some information like there is a support group, we can refer her to the psychologist or counselor. So in this way, value statement 2 apply in this scenario. Value statement 5 is to provide care in a responsible and accountable manner. So when we tell the patients about the truth about the passing on of her husband, um, we know that emotionally and psychologically there could be some harm, but however, we are responsible to be committed to patient care constantly, even though the truth is told, is being revealed to her. We will still support Madam Lu on an ongoing process. So in this way, we ensure that Madam Lu still receives safe, good, effective, and ethical care on an ongoing process. Value Statement 7 is to advocate in the best interest of our client. So we break the news to her and allow her to have a proper time, a quality time to say farewell to her husband. And lastly, we make sure that there is support group, counseling sessions to be. So in summary, we will inform Madam Lu about the death of her husband, and the ethical principle of non-maleficence, respect, fidelity, integrity, veracity also apply. So we are helping our patient in many of the ethical principles, and we decided that in order to let the patient know about the truth, we have to do our own assessment. We assess her mental status, her psychological status first. Then we allow the family members to tell the truth because she's close to a family member, and we always provide support to her on an ongoing process. So now we have for you have viewed the part 1 and part 2 of the voiceover lecture, so you need to do the scan the QR code as below, and please fill in your student name and your student ID, and the week 15 for lecture and tutorial will be taken after you have done your you have completed the question in the QR code. Thank you.